So what's up guys, what's up guys, it's your boy always doing the most. Amore talks football. So as you remember last game against Wrexham, I predicted an outrageous scoreline, and the people are on my DMs like, oh Nene, you think Chelsea is back, oh Nene, blah blah blah. Anyway, let's jump straight to the story. So we're going to have our second preseason game against Celtic. So before we go straight to that Chelsea vs Celtic game, we are closing on a deal on Jorgensen, the Villareal goalkeeper. So already we had sent a proposal of 20 million euros, but Chelsea are going to better their proposal. The goalkeeper has already agreed terms, so I think this deal will be over the line in a couple of days. I don't think this is a deal that is going to take that long. So apart from that, I can't say much about this goalkeeper because he's like the other players that you have signed. We have expectations, as in this new regime we sign expectations. By now you should know that. So I've tried to look about this goalkeeper on the internet. The thing that is outstanding with him is his saves. His saves percentage per game is very high, considering how Villarreal had a bad defense last season. So he was very prolific when it came to saves. And in other outlets, they say that he's very good on the ball on his feet, short passes, and even long passes. But there's come a point that outlooking the goalkeeper's role in football or in a game. The main role of a goalkeeper, we should look at his saves. But in this new era, I guess who is it called? Pep Guardiola, I guess he has corrupted many minds. That when we look at a goalkeeper, we first look at how he passes, and that should not be the major point. Anyway, for now, Moresca plays that Pep Guardiola-ish type of gameplay. So I guess if he is that good as they say on the ball, I guess he'll be the perfect keeper for the new playing style that we are going to adjust to. Anyway, let's jump straight to the Chelsea versus Celtic game. So in the last game against Wrexham, the coach did many changes, and some I saw that they were very mediocre, especially the second half. Some subs I don't think that we should do. We already know that Igochukwu is not up to the level of Chelsea as per now, but we're still forcing him on the game. I don't know how he got the man of the match, as I said in my last video, but kudos to him anyway. He scored the equalizer. Other players that I think shouldn't get game time in this game as they did in the last game are maybe, let's say, that Brazilian kid, that left wing, who is it called? Let me check who is it called. Oh, Angelo. Angelo is very good, especially on his final pass. In that game he was better than Madueke, but on 1v1 Madueke was better, and I also think even Angelo was good, but when he received the pass, he lost the ball most of the time. I guess his concentration was not in that game. Maybe the coach has trust in him, he can use him again, but I think he should also go on loan. I trust that wing to Madueke. I guess the left wing, the right wing we are sorted, because we also have Palmer, of which the news that he's going to play centrally. So him playing centrally brings a big problem because we are overwhelmed on that midfield. So the other guys, I think they should go on loan and shouldn't get minutes as we continue with this preseason is Kani Chukwuemeka. I know people rate him very highly, but for him to maybe reach his peak or maybe improve, he must go on loan. So he's one of the prospects that I wouldn't like to get minutes on this game. The other guy is Andre Santos, but considering that we are selling Gallagher, I guess he'll get minutes on this game. And also considering Caicedo and Enzo are not yet back, and Palma, that means that he's most likely to start this game. The other guy who I think should go on loan is who? Oh, I said, Broja should also be sold. I don't think he should get minutes on this game. So with all said and done, this is my first 11 to start this game. So in goal, I will go with Sanchez, and for me, I think he should play the full 90 because you saw the goaler that we have who is going to replace Sanchez, how a joker he is. And for now, I need the news that Petrovic is injured, so I'll play Sanchez a full 90. In the center back partnership, I will go with Colwell. Last season he was played out of position, so I, being one of the fans and also the fans at large, would like to see how Colwell will play when he's played on his position, the center back, so the left center back. So I will start my partnership with Colwell and Fofana. Some people rated Fofana very highly last game, but for me he didn't maybe please me. So him starting this game with Colwell, let's see if he'll excite the manager and also the fans, because that thing he pulled, that Onana-ish kind of style of pointing where the ball is going, then it goes direct to where he was pointing into the net. I guess that thing disgusted me. Anyway, my center back partnership, as I said, Colwell and Fofana. We haven't seen yet how Vega plays in our team, so I will start him on this game, because when you bought him and how he did his interview, he seems a man who is very confident. He's very physical, you should remember. Yeah, and aerially he's very good, and his long range passing. So I will start Vega on the left back and Gusto on the right back. We haven't seen, and last game we didn't see what Gusto can do, because in the second half lineup he was started with some mediocre players, and some had no experience, so it was a bunch of kids who were thrown onto the ground, so we couldn't see the best of Gusto, of which we know he's a very prolific player. So I'll use Gusto this time round as the right back, so that he could play the invited role and play with the Lavia at the center mid. Vega to drop back in the center back partnership of the three players, Vega, Colwell and Fofana. And also on the midfield, we haven't seen KDH playing on the blue jersey, so I'll be very excited if he starts the game ahead of Kano Chukwuemeka, who I want him to go on loan. Yeah, so I will put KDH in front of Lavia, KDH, and since Palma isn't around, or Caicedo, I will go with Andre Santos, who I guess in the second half will interchange with Igochuku. So on the right wing, I will go with None Madueke, because I still trust him that he's going to be one of our best players next season with this kind of playing style that we're going with, of wingers hugging the lines. So I'll go with Madueke, and this time round I wouldn't start George. I will start Mudryk and George to come later on the second half, because I think he is a person who will affect games next season if he doesn't go on loan, and if Sterling and Mudryk don't perform, I guess we should put our trust on this youngster. Excuse me. Yeah, up front Jackson is injured, so I will go with Mark Gui, and he should play the full 90. Considering Broja should be sold, so we don't have any other prolific goal striker, because as you saw, David Washington, he's not physically fit, he's not physically ready for the Premier League. So I will go with Mark to play the full 90, and maybe if Nicholas Jackson is up to the task where we bring him on the second half so that we can refresh his legs, because he'll be one of the prospects that will push us to the top 4 or maybe win the Premier League. So I'll go with Mark Gui up front. So in the second half, I will go with Sanchez still on goal. So I'll remember we bought Tosin, and Tosin has a high ceiling and is on his peak of his career, and also he has that maturity, and for him to finish this game off, because Celtic is a very good team, will be a thing to put it on the table. So I'll start Tosin on the second half, maybe later on, and Disasi. As I always say, I rate Disasi apart from the own goal that he scored last season. So on the second half, I'll put Disasi, and right back and left back, I'll put James and Chilwell. Against James this time round, for me, I was the coach. I will let James drop back into the centre back partnership of Tosin, Disasi, and James, and then Chilwell to go up front. There are rumors that Chilwell is training with the wingers, so it won't be a surprise if instead of being put at the left back, he'll be put at the left wing like Pochettino did. So I don't know if Enzo Fernandez is trying to copy what Pochettino was doing last season, of which it didn't work. But though Chilwell isn't that he played bad, but it didn't work. So for me, I'll still go with KDH in the second half. You see what he can do, and Lavia should continue the game, or maybe if we want to not, and maybe if we are protecting him not to get injured, I'll drop Santos into the Lavia position and maybe Gochuku to play on the position that Santos will be playing on the first half, and start, or maybe keep Santos on the 6th role, KDH on the other side of the midfield, and Nkunku on the other side of the midfield. Up front, I will go with this Brazilian winner. Why am I forgetting his name? Angelo, or put Sterling on the right wing. As you saw, Sterling was very prolific last season when we played on the right wing. I don't know why Pochettino stopped doing that. And on the other side, if Sterling is going to start there, I will put George and then Jackson up front. So this is the second 11 team, and the second half it will be Sanchez on goal, Tosin and Disasi centre back, Chilwell and James on the left and right back, and center defensive mid Santos, center mid KDH and Nkunku. Up front on the right wing and the left wing will be Sterling and George. Then on the striker Jackson if he's ready, and if he's not ready, maybe finish the game off with Mark Gui. And with that, I don't know if it will be hard for us then to beat Celtic. Though you should also remember Celtic is a very good counter-attacking team, and also to remember they were the Scottish winner last season, and they won the league last season in Scotland. So you should rate that team very high. They have played 5 preseason games, so they are very fit. So that is something we should consider. And also, what should we consider? In those preseason games, there are some games that we have won very comfortable. So there's a team to reckon, and I don't think that we should go in this game very confident. That's why I was saying that the coach should go with a team that is confident. He can also start the team when the season starts. So in this game, if our defense will be good, I guess we'll win the game 3-1. If it will be bad, I guess we'll win the game 3-2. Because as you can see, the our defensive line isn't yet well structured, so we must concede. I don't see anything rather than that. So I will still go confident on this game and say that we're going to win 3-1 or 3-2. So with that, guys, I guess this is the end of my video. Make sure you comment on on the players that you like them to go on loan and who should be considered in our next season first 11 and second 11, and also give me your predictions for this game, and we'll see about that after the game. So after the game we'll have a review. We'll review how the team played. And so with that, guys, I've been your host, always doing the most, Amore Talks Football. Yeah, cheers my guys.